ready?
Go.
Okay. Front of the tractor. Clearance lights, amber in color, no cracks, no moisture, and are working.
Okay.
Windshield, clean, no cracks, and no illegal stickers. Windshield wipers, securely mounted, proper tension, and no dry rot. And you drop down. Hood mirror, securely mounted, no cracks, and it's clean. Headlights, low beams and high beams, clear in color, no cracks, no moisture, and they're working. Signal light and forward flash, amber in color, no cracks, no moisture, and they're working. Underneath my tractor, there's no puddles, no leaks, and nothing hanging down. Okay. Now we're going to the passenger side underneath.
All right.
This is my coolant level. Securely mounted, no cracks, no leaks, filled to the proper level, and I must be able to see it. My hoses, all my hoses, no bulges, no cracks, no leaks. My alternator is securely mounted, no cracks, no leaks, no wires hanging. It is belt driven. It should have no more than 3/4 inch slack in the center of the belt, and the belt has no rips or frays. My water pump is securely mounted with no cracks, no leaks, and it's also belt driven. It should have no more than 3/4 inch slack in the center of the belt with no rips or no frays. My exhaust and smokestack securely mounted with no cracks, no leaks or dents, and the DEF is working. My windshield wiper reservoir securely mounted with no cracks, no leaks, and it's filled to the proper level. My frame is no illegal welds and no cracks.
All right.
So then we go to, I think I can say this right in my sleep.
I'm sure you could. That's what I'm trying to do.
Okay, start over on the driver's side with your oil.
Okay.
It's filled to the above the refill line. It has no cracks or no leaks. The air compressor is securely mounted, no cracks, no leaks, and it's gear driven. My power steering pump is securely mounted, no cracks, no leaks, and it's gear driven. My power steering reservoir is securely mounted with no cracks, no leaks, and it's filled to the proper level. My steering rod, securely mounted, no cracks or no dents, and that's it. My gearbox is securely mounted to the frame. It has no cracks, no leaks in its hoses. All bolts are tight, none missing. I'm fixing to do my steering linkage consists of my pitman arm, my drag link, my steering arm, and my tie rod. They're securely mounted. All bolts are tight, non-missing. My cotter pins are in place, and it's no worn parts. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. This is where your suspension, we're gonna do it, your brakes, your wheels. All three go together, okay? All 3 times you do it.
Okay.
Okay, this is your spring hanger. It's securely mounted with no cracks, and all bolts are tight, non-missing. Leaf springs. There's none misaligned, there's none missing or non-broken. Spring mount with U-bolts. It's securely mounted with no cracks. All my bolts are tight and none are missing. My shock absorber is securely mounted, has no oil leaks, no cracks, or no dents. My brakes. My airline hose has no leaks, no bulges, no no leaks, no bulges, no cracks. Okay. My brake chamber, securely mounted, it has no cracks, no leaks, and no dents. My slack adjuster push rod can have no more than 1 inch pull when the brakes are released, and it's not bent. My brake pads, minimum of 4. It has no oil and no cracks. My brake drum is no excessive cracks and no oil. Okay. Doing my ICD. My inflation is 105 psi. Check with the air gauge, and my valve stem cap is on. Condition, no uneven wear, no cracks, or no bulges. Depth is a minimum of 430 seconds, and you cannot have recaps on your front. Rims, no legal wells or no cracks. Lug nuts, all tight, non-missing, and there's no rust trail. You can't see it, but the hub seal filled to the proper level with no leaks or no cracks, and the hub seal bolts are all tight, non-missing.
Okay.
My door. I can't think what these
Hinges.
Hinges. My door hinges are all in a line. There's no rust. My door opens and shuts. My windows roll up and down. My door mirror is clean and not cracked. This is my marker light. It's also four-way flasher and signal light. It's amber in color, no cracks, no moisture. These are my steps. They're securely mounted with no cracks, and they're not loose. Okay. This is my DEF tank. My DEF tank. It's securely capped with no cracks. You can't really see it here, but this is the fuel tank. The cap is secured in place with no cracks or dents or leaks on the tank. My straps are securely mounted around my tank to the frame, and the rubber cushions are in place. My crossover lines, there's no cracks, no leaks, no bulges in them. Okay. This is another clearance light. Marker light. It's a marker light, four-way flasher, signal light, amber in color, no cracks, no moisture. This is my cargo box. I must have a fire extinguisher. It has to be properly rated and fully charged. I have 3 red reflective triangles and spare fuses, and it always stays locked. Okay. On the whole pre-trip, like, if there's anything, I start up and come down.
Gotcha.
On any of it.
Okay.
Like on the inside, start in and work my way out.
Right.
Okay. On the back of the tractor, my DOT reflective tape is applied. It's in place. My cargo lights, they're clear in color, no cracks, no moisture, and they work. Okay. My hoses. This is my electrical line. It's securely connected to my tractor with no cracks or no wires showing. The blue is my service air line. It's securely connected to my tractor, has no bulges, no leaks, no cracks. Which is emergency, the red one. My emergency line is red in color. It's securely connected to my tractor with no leaks, no bulges, no cracks. Okay. So then I'll go ahead and finish what I have here instead of turning around yet.
Okay.
Okay. I have my drive shaft right here. It's securely coupled on all ends. There's nothing wrapped around it, and it's not cracked. Okay. This is my catwalk and steps. They're securely mounted to the frame. No cracks. That's about all you have to say. Okay. So now I'm turning around.
Right.
We've done everything back, all the way back that way. We're starting this way.
Okay.
Okay, this is my header board. Okay? Just got a picture of header board. Anyway,
Yeah.
at the very top, it's clearance lights, amber in color, no cracks, no moisture, and it's working. My header board itself has no bulges or no holes. Okay, my lines. Okay, my emergency air line is securely connected to my trailer with glad hands. The glad hand seals aren't worn, and my hose has no bulges, no cracks, no leaks. My service airline is securely connected to my trailer with glad hands. The glad hand seals aren't worn, and my hose has no bulges, no cracks, no leaks. My electrical line is securely connected to my trailer with no cuts or no wires showing. Okay. So that's all of the header board.
Clearance light, header board,
Yes.
service lines, emergency line, electrical line.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Okay, so now we're fixing to start suspension because we said suspension, brakes, wheel,
Gotcha.
all together. This is called your first axle pull.
Okay.
You only have to do your first tire on your first axle pull.
One question. So the green line, that's the electrical line.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay.
There's two things that's different than it is in the front.
Mm-hmm.
I like to say them first to get them out of the way. On my suspension,
Yep.
there's your torque arm. It's securely mounted. It has no cracks or no dents in it. Okay? Yes, your torque arm.
See?
Yeah, rod going across.
Yeah.
I got it.
Your airbag is securely mounted, has no cracks or no leaks. Okay? So those are the two things. Now everything else is the same that it was up front. Okay? My spring hanger is securely mounted to the frame. All bolts are tight, non-missing, and it's not cracked. My leaf springs, non-misaligned, non-missing, or broken. My spring mount and U-bolts, securely mounted with no cracks. All my bolts are tight and none are missing. My shock absorber is securely mounted, no oil leaks, no cracks, or no dents. Okay? So that finishes my suspension. Now I'm to my brakes. So there's my brakes. So my airline hose to my brakes. No bulges, no cracks, no leaks. My brake chamber, securely mounted with no cracks, no leaks, no dents. My slack adjuster push rod can have no more than 1 inch pull when the brakes are released and it's not bent. My brake pads, a minimum of a fourth wear, no oil and no cracks. My brake drum, no excessive cracks and no oil. Okay. So now I have 2 wheels that I have to do. So I'm going to do both wheels. There's no spacers or nothing wrapped around in the middle. And I'm fixing to do my ICD. Inflation is 105 psi. Check with the air gauge and the valve stem cap is on. Condition, no uneven wear, no bulges, no cracks. Depth is a minimum of 230 seconds, and that's all. Come back to your rim, no illegal wells, no cracks. Lug nuts, all tight, non-missing, and no rust trails. This one has an axle seal under it. So my axle seal is filled to the proper level with no leaks, and my axle seal bolts are all tight, non-missing. That's my out for that.
Okay.
So now you're looking. So now we come to the coupling. Okay. My 5th wheel skid plate and apron is properly lubricated, no cracks or no gaps. My locking jaw is locked around the shank of the kingpin. The kingpin is securely mounted with no cracks. My release arm is locked into place with the safety latch on. It's sitting on the platform. So the platform has no cracks. It's securely mounted to the frame with mounting bolts. All the mounting bolts are there, non-missing. Then my sliding 5th wheel is locked into place with no leaks on my hose or cylinder. See, they all have the same thing. Every tire has the same thing.
Yeah.
But you only have to do the first, this one, and the first sliding tender.
Okay.
Okay. This is my splash guard. It must be no more than 8 inches from the ground. It's securely mounted. All the bolts are tight, non-missing. It's not ripped or torn.
Okay.
Okay, the back of my tractor. It's my tail light, brake light, signal light, and four-way flasher.
Okay.
Red in color, no cracks, no moisture, and it's working. My reverse light is clear in color, no cracks, no moisture, and it's working. Okay, so that's all you gotta do with the back. Then we come to our landing gear. Our landing gear is securely mounted. It has no cracks, and it's not bent. I don't see it. It's supposed to have a crank handle right here.
Okay.
My crank handle is in the lock position. It has no missing parts. My pads are fully raised with no debris on the bottom. Okay, so that's all you gotta say about that. Still looking. Okay, so this is where I come up, because I've been naming all that. Okay, I'm gonna do the side of the trailer.
Okay.
All you gotta say, it has no bulges, no holes, and the DOT reflective tape is applied.
Okay.
And then I go completely up underneath it. These right here,
Yeah.
they're underneath the trailer. They're called cross members. So you're gonna say, all my cross members are straight, they're not cracked or bent, and there's no holes in my floor.
All right.
Okay. So you keep walking down. This one don't. Is that a marker light? Anyway, on the other one, it's gonna be a marker light's gonna be right here.
Okay.
So this is my marker light, amber in color. It's also my signal light and four-way flashers. It has no cracks, no moisture, and it's working. Right beside it, it has like a little reflector. It's amber in color, no cracks.
Okay.
Okay. This is your first sliding tandem axle, okay? You do the first wheel again.
Okay.
This right here is a sliding tandem release arm. It's locked into place. There's no cracks or no dents in it. These right here are called locking pins. They're through the frame of your trailer, and they're not cracked. Your frame's not cracked. Okay? Then you start. This right here is my torque bar. It's securely mounted. It has no cracks or no dents. This is my spring hanger. It's securely mounted, has no cracks, and all bolts are tight, non-missing. My leaf springs, none missing, none misaligned, or non-broken. My spring mount with U-bolts are securely mounted, no cracks, and all bolts are tight, non-missing. My brakes, my airline hose is no bulges, no cracks, no leaks. My brake chamber is securely mounted with no cracks, no leaks or dents. My slack adjuster push rod is no more than 1 inch pull with the brakes released. My brake pads, no cracks, a minimum of a 1/4, and no oil. My brake drums are no excessive cracks and no oil. And I'm fixing to do both my tires again.
No, you ain't got to, really. 'Cause, I mean,
Oh, okay.
The same thing is like the ones up there, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You gotta say no spacers,
No
like right
spaces,
there.
nothing wrapping around in the middle. ICD.
Same thing. Yes.
Oh, rust.
No, inflation is 105.
Check with air gauge.
Check with the air gauge, and the
Valve.
cap is on the,
Yeah.
what
And
does it
then-
called? The stem.
Yeah.
Condition is no uneven wear, and with no cracks.
No bulges, no
No
cracks.
bulges, no cracks.
And
And then
then
the depth is
a minimum.
a minimum of 230 seconds with no.
That's all you gotta say.
It's a minimum 230 seconds. All right, and then
Go to the rim.
The rim is no cracks, no illegal wells. The lug nuts are all tight, none missing, no signs of rust.
Yeah.
The axles
Yeah.
seal.
Yeah.
It's tight and filled to the proper level
With no leaks.
with
Yeah.
no leaks. And Axle bolts.
Axle seal bolts. Yep.
Axle seal bolts are all tight, none missing.
Yep. Just like that. And that's my out of that. All right. So then your splash guard, just like you had to do
More
in
than 8
front.
inches from the ground.
Yes.
Securely mounted.
All bolts.
All bolts are tight, non-missing.
No rips.
No rips, no tears.
Okay. Okay. This is a marker light. It's red in color. It's also my signal and four-way flashers. No cracks, no moisture, and it's working. The other trailer has a red reflector.
Mm-hmm.
It is red in color with no cracks.
Okay.
Then you come back to that. And then you're gonna say, well, there it is. Do you want to go over there?
Yeah, come on. Why are they still sitting there?
I'll watch them take off.
Of course they are.
Okay. This is the the marker light, like, I said over there, red in color. It's also my turn signal, four-way flasher, and there is the reflector.
All right.
Okay, the back of my trailer. At the very top, I always start at the top. It's clearance lights, red in color, no cracks, no moisture, and they work.
All right.
Okay. My door, it rolls up and down. There's no bulges or no holes.
Okay.
And it latches or locks at the bottom of my trailer.
Okay.
Okay. These are my tail lights, brake lights, signal lights, and four-way flashers. They're red in color, no cracks, no moisture, and they work.
Okay.
I think there's supposed to be a red reflector right here. So I'm just gonna say red in color with no cracks. This is my DOT bumper. It's securely mounted. It has no cracks, no dents, and my DOT tape is applied.
Okay.
That's it.
That's it.
Yep.